I'm Gwen Preston of Resource Maven. We're here at the Metals Investor Forum in Vancouver. It's January already and an exciting metals market.
It is, yeah.
I'm joined by Dave Cole of EMX Royalty. EMX has got a really interesting year ahead. This is a company I've followed for many years. You've been leading this company for 14 years. Project generator model focused now specifically on retaining royalties. So maybe just explain the business model, and then I want to get into some examples that are sort of coming to fruition.
It's an interesting business model, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, we executed the prospect generation business model into traditional deals where we were joint venture partners with a royalty out. And we quickly realized that we're going to take the royalty, so we should negotiate the royalty up front, avail 100% project equity to our partners. That actually accelerated deal flow, happy customer, happy company. And so that's been a good transition for us. And the change of the name from Eurasia Minerals to EMX Royalty Corporation represented the advancement of our portfolio with more and more royalties starting to cash flow.
Right. And so that's part of what's exciting about this year. So 2017, you were actually cash flow neutral in terms of the amount you were spending on getting new projects and exploring projects and acquiring versus the money that was coming in from your project payments and royalties and deals. 2018, you're...
With some shares mixed in.
Yes. 2018, you're poised to make money, which is that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That's been the goal for a while now.
Yeah, it really exciting to cross over that transition and have a distinctly positive cash flow. It's been something, a goal of ours that we've been working on for many years.
So what the biggest contributor to that is obviously the Leeville royalty. This is one that you acquired. This is a significant gold asset where they've made some new discoveries. So take us quickly through that segment of the portfolio.
Yeah, so it's a royalty that covers the heart of Newmont's operations within the northern portion of the Carlin Trend. And Newmont recently completed a new $350 million shaft called the Leeville vent shaft, or excuse me, the Turf vent shaft. And that facilitated additional production and development of underground infrastructure within the royalty footprint ground. And very importantly, that got them out drilling on drill platforms from underground to delineate new resources. And Newmont continues to advance the resource there. That's going to be a long-lived royalty.
Right. So that's a really significant portion of cash flow. That's part of the royalty business.
Last month paid $200,000.
Right. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Next, you have other paying royalties for sure. The next one that I think is sort of a really big milestone coming up and that's grabbing a lot of market attention is happening in Serbia, where the timeline for production is still 2021, but this is an asset that's grabbed a lot of attention. This is Nevsun advancing the Čekeru-Peki discovery. So I think this is a cool story because it really captures Eurasian EMX's business model, where you have to get in early, you have to establish an opportunity, you have to watch out for how that opportunity might change, take control of how that opportunity might change, and then be positioned to benefit. So
it's a very good example of the execution of our business model, which includes the organic growth of royalties as well as royalty purchasing. And in the case of Serbia, we came in, we helped the Serbian government rewrite their money law, we helped them rewrite their concession legislation, we became one of the first foreign companies to enter after the Balkan Wars. We really opened the door for foreign investment in Serbia, and we sold off those projects part and parcel to our business model for shares in reservoir in addition to royalties on the projects. And then the discovery happened at Čukaru-Peki just off our royalty boundary, right? But because we were paying attention, because we'd had that organic presence in the country, we knew what was going on, and we quickly jumped on a royalty that did exist over the discovery, and were able to purchase that and add that to our portfolio. It's a good example of the integration of the two models and how they're synergistic. And we're just delighted to be a participant in one of the largest ongoing copper gold discoveries in the world.
Right, and this is one that has really high grade, exciting near-term production story on the surface, and then the lower zone, where you also have the royalty, is the sort of behemoth for down the road.
That's correct.
Yeah, so that's an exciting one. Another huge asset for you guys is in Russia, in the far east of Russia. So there's another component of the EMX business model, which is taking a strategic advance. So when you see an opportunity to buy an asset or get a foothold into an asset that you think is really interesting, you do so. And that's what you did with IG Copper. So you own 41% of the company that owns 51% of this immense porphyry.
Yeah, it's a very large porphyry belt. In fact, 14 productive porphyries have been identified. Resources have been advanced on 4 of the 14. And the partner on that is Freeport-McMoRan with 49% project equity. And it's been a delight to work with IGC as their largest shareholder, and also to work with Freeport on the advancement of this exciting discovery.
So what does Malmesh, what could Malmesh mean for EMX? I mean, you have a specific goal here for this asset.
Yeah, we've said from the very beginning, as a strategic investment, our goal here is to liquidate. And I believe that our fellow IGC shareholders are on board with that, and that's the plan. And if you do a calculation of what a gold resource of that magnitude should sell for, it should be a watershed event for the EMX shareholder.
Right, yeah, that would be a very significant event. I'm sure you're working on it. Every opportunity every interested party that comes to the door, I'm sure you're having conversations.
Probably the most important thing that will help that process is a price of copper over $3 a pound.
Right, fair enough. So busy company, as well as managing those, ongoing royalties and whatnot. Clearly, you're still in the generation side of it, so you still have this active business of finding new projects and generating new potential royalty opportunities. So, so where's that? Where are you most excited about that in terms of EMX's portfolio right now?
Yeah, so we've had a lot of fun doing that globally over the years, and we select different countries and different portions of cycles to focus on. Yeah. And in the recent past, we have found Sweden and Norway to be a fantastic place to work. Mm-hmm. Excellent availability of geological data, very well-defined mining and environmental laws that are conducive for rapid advancement and rapid permitting. And very importantly, the geology is excellent, and we find things are very prospective, particularly for metals that are particularly in demand right now, such as cobalt, copper, nickel, as well as some pure gold plays.
Right, and so I've watched you have good success dealing a bunch of those projects. Again, another part of the business is finding partners for these projects and dealing them to EMX's benefit.
That's core to our fundamental approach to the entire business, right? We want to acquire lots of prospective mineral rights. We want to get those sold into someone else's hands where they can spend money to advance it, and we're along for the ride with the royalty. And some of the deals that we've recently done are particularly interesting in that we've gotten share capital in junior companies right up front. And because the markets are more robust right now, those shares have performed well. So we have $3 going on $4 million worth of stock that we've accumulated over just the last couple of deals.
Right. It's a lot of moving parts, but it's an exciting space for you guys, and a lot of interesting events that I feel like could transpire in 2018.
I feel bullish. I think we're headed in a good direction.
It's a very cautious statement from someone who, underneath all that, would say more. Thanks very much for the conversation.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for hosting.